there's so many things I want to say. First of all, it's so early. Oh my god. I hate the morning. I just want to be asleep. Second of all, okay, if you don't know anything about Harry Potter and you intend to read it, don't just like skip until the battle starts. But last night I went out with my friends and I don't know exactly how it happened, but my headband, I lost it somehow, and I don't understand how, because all I did was get in my car, drive to a friend's house, get in my car, and drive back. I didn't, like, walk around or anything. I think it's because I was scraping snow off my car, and maybe it fell off, and I didn't realize it, because I was wearing a scarf, so, like, I feel like that might have messed up my perception. But I feel like in Harry Potter, in the 7th book, I'm going to spoil it, so if you don't know this, skip. But in the 7th book, when Harry, like, his wand gets snapped, and he's like, oh my god, like, I didn't realize how much I was relying on this, like, I really needed that thing, holy cow, like, he feels like he loses a part of himself. And I have this stupid white, I don't know if you can see it, but it's white headband, and I just feel stupid in it. And it's not as good, and I'm really upset about it. I've, like, the one that I had was my only good headband, and I had it for so long. Like, I was really careful with it. I almost lost it so many times, and then I'd go back and find it. Like, one time, when Marcus came to visit in September, we raced. We were like, let's race. So we raced across, like, this field, and it fell off, obviously, while we were racing, and it was, like, pitch black outside, and we used, like, our phones, and we found it in, like, this big field, and, like, we ran, like, a decent amount of distance. So I've lost it, and I'm really upset, and I guess I should just get some more headbands, but I'm lazy, and yeah. So that's really bad. Anyway, that's how I'm doing. This is week 11. No. Yes, this is week 11 of the GBA. It's extremely important. I'm versus Gator, who beat us the first time. In order to top cut, we need to win this week and win the next week and have some other conditions met. But let's just see what he brings. So let's just jump right into it. Let's see. Crobat. Okay, he brings more or less what I expect. He doesn't bring Buzzwole or Mamoswine. He's got Flygon, so maybe Flygon might be Scarf. Altaria, Entei's my Altaria switch in. Conkeldurr and Trick Room looks really good. Bronzong looks pretty good. I shouldn't have run Z Psychic maybe, but live and learn. That Azumarill might be Whirlpool Parasong for my Tangrowth. Tangrowth is really well here. I do have Hidden Power Flying, which isn't any use, but I also have Earthquake and Leaf Storm. It's a lot of this team. Sludge Bomb is a lot of this team. So this could be problematic, I think, actually. I could lead off with Jellison. The Klefki's a little bit of a problem. Jellison's looking really strong here, to be honest. I could just lead off with it. I'm a little bit afraid of the Klefki and the Crobat. I don't think I need to lead off with it. I think I'm going to lead off with Entei. I don't know if that's the best option, but my Entei is Shuka Berry, so it shouldn't be, unless he leads Azumarill. Do I think he would lead Azumarill? I hope not. If he leads Azumarill, it's tough because it doesn't tell me whether or not he's the Perish Trap variation. I think he probably has got to be. Otherwise, I can just go into Tangrowth. So, yeah. If he's Whirlpool, Parasong, Protect, and normally it's Rest as the fourth, I'll probably go. If he gets Azumarill on the field, I'll probably go into Entei. If he gets Altaria on the field, I'll probably go into Conk. If he gets Altaria on the field, I'll probably go into Entei to learn if he's physical or special. But yeah, Jellison's looking pretty strong here. If I can just get rid of the Crobat and the Klefki, like, it depends if the Klefki is toxic or not. But basically, yeah, those are the two I really want to get rid of. Let's see. Good luck to Gator and the Florida Gators. Which is a funny name. Siggy. Is this Azumarill? It is Flygon. Okay, so we're gonna lead off with Entei here. We are Shuka Berry, so I'm just gonna go ahead and run the Calc. We've got Entei up. He's probably Scarf, if I had to guess. It's singles. So he's max attack, adamant. It only does like 50%. And I do have a safe switch into Tangrowth if I wanted it, so I think I'm just gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp here. I think it's likely he U-turns. If he goes into a Azumarill, okay, that's a 22 damage, so that tells us that it's max attack adamant. And it's almost certainly Scarf. That's the circuitry answer, which is smart. And so now he's probably going to decide if he wants to go into Heatran or if he wants to go into Azumarill. If he goes into Heatran, it's fine because I've got Stomping Tantrum, whose base power doubles after Flash Fire, and if he goes into Azumarill, then I get the Burn Off, which also tells me he's probably the Perish Song version. I thought about this because I was a little bit worried about Azumarill because I couldn't think of a good way to deal with both the Perish Trap and the just Belly Drum set or like Assault Vest set. So his middle ground play is kind of go into Altaria, I think, because it does have Natural Cure. But yeah, we'll see. He might not have expected me to stay in. Nanachi. Is this Altaria? Okay, so we get the Burn Off, so it's probably gonna be Natural Cure. If he does Mega Evolve, I'm actually happy to get the burn because that might come into play later. He could also have Heal Bell. I kind of want to just Sacred Fire again, get some damage off, and see what he does. See what kind of set his Altaria is. I think it's likely he switches, but I could call him switching and go for another Sacred Fire, go for another Will-O-Wisp, but there's nothing he really wants to switch in on Sacred Fire, so I'm just gonna do that. He Mega Evolves actually, so this might be Heal Bell. It could also be Hyper Voice. So let's see. I have 200 HP left. Sacred Fire comes out. Just about 20%, maybe less. Hyper Voice. Okay, cool. So it is special. And does actually a good chunk of damage. So we're not going to fight this thing anymore. So now the question is, what do we go into? He's got Fire Blast. He's got Hyper Voice. Could use this opportunity to get Jellison in if I wanted. I think I'm going to go Jellison here. Jellison's really important in this game, but I can recover like on Altaria. I should be able to recover on everything that he does. We've seen Hyper Voice from Altaria. And I took a bit of damage, but we did learn that the Altaria is special, which is important. I did think he was probably going to be special, but in practice one time I got really messed up by versus a physical Dragon Dust Altaria like he brought last time, so yeah. If I had Iron Head, that would have gone, like, he could have just lost his Altaria there, but okay, he goes for a Roost actually, so that's excellent. Okay, this is going to be annoying. He's got Roost, he's got Hyper Voice, he's got should I try and set up now? Because Crobat could be a problem. So good Klefki. So basically I have options, my options really are to Taunt or to Acid Armor here. Taunt really doesn't get me that much. I think I'm going to Acid Armor up. He probably switches out. Or maybe he just fires off Hyper Voices, I don't know. I have Lum on Jellison, so I get one chance for him to hit me with a status move. He switches out, so something's coming in. It might be Klefki. Should have taunted maybe. Rico? I think that's Klefki. Yeah, it is Klefki, unfortunately. So we do get one chance here to taunt. This will let me scout out a move. I could just go for a Scald, but I think taunt is better. Lets me get multiple attacks off. If I taunted that turn, that would have been really good, because it would have basically had momentum. If he doesn't have Toxic for some reason, or any status move, like if he's like screened for some reason, that would be really nice. I don't think it's likely, but I am revealing kind of my Jellison's like whole set right now. But yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with that. We got our +2. I mean, I don't think the +2 is going to matter that much because this, like this Klefki is probably going to have Toxic. Though if he had Toxic, I feel like he would have just locked into it because, well, I don't know. Maybe he's like thinking he knows what he's going to do this turn, but he's waiting for the next turns. Yeah, basically what I realized versus Gator's team is that this Jellison can do really well if I just position it correctly. Maybe I should have Scalded. Maybe Scald was better. He might also, like, if he has light screen, for example, he might be thinking about that. He could have screens, actually. He has, okay, he goes for light screen, so that's interesting. We're gonna just taunt him, not let him do any more of that. So if he doesn't have Toxic, what does that mean for us? Because I think he's got to switch out here. He does have light screen up. I kind of just want to go for another Acid Armor. I could also Scald. But I think at this point I might mess him up a little bit with Jellison. So I'm going to go for another Acid Armor. I don't think he stays in here. I'll get to +4 defense. If he goes into Azumarill, I'll probably taunt it. Although he might knock me off, but I do think it's the Parastrap version, so... And after I get this next boost up, I'm just going to start scalding stuff. He does probably have 8 turns of light, or 7 turns of light screen now, which is annoying, but as you can see, I'm not really intending on going anywhere. The thing is, versus Altaria, I take about 50% from Hyper Voice, which I'll heal with Recover, but eventually my Cursed Body will activate and make it like he'll lose, and I'll taunt him as well. So that he can't roost. So in the end, like, I can stall it out, basically. Maybe I should have Scalded this turn. Yeah, but just getting through these screens, I did expect his Klefki to be screens. He's gonna switch out, maybe into Altaria. No, it's the Crobat. Another Acid Armor up, which is bad. Good, which is good. We'll see what this wants to do. Crobat's in. We're gonna get a Scald off. If we could burn this, that'd be really nice. I think we're probably gonna get Toxic or Taunted here. I didn't think his Crobat would have Toxic, actually. Let's see if we can get a burn. That would be nice. No burn. Okay, and it is Black Sludge and very bulky. Scald did like nothing. We're going to go for another Scald. We're going to see how many turns of Taunt we have left. 2 turns of Taunt. Okay, he's probably going to go into a Azumarill and go for a Parasong. So that Taunt was actually pretty good. If we can get a burn here, that'd be cool. He could also go into Klefki and start setting up hazards. Man, if we could have burnt that Crobat, that would have been really big, I think. But that's okay. We've seen Taunt and U-turn, so he's probably got Brave Bird and maybe Defog as well, or Protect, but probably Defog. He might not have Defog, actually, because it looks like the Klefki he wants to set up spikes with. Who's this? Klefki? Heatran, actually. Oh, he's got Toxic Heatran. Okay, so that's cool. So we're going to get 2 Scalds off, and then we can taunt him. That did 0. That did actually 0. Holy cow, that did 0. Okay, that's bad. Now we know he's going to Toxic us, so what we could do is switch out here. He really doesn't have many options for this. That actually did 0. But I think it's worthwhile to see who's faster, so I'm just going to go for a Scald. That actually did 0, which is bad. Okay, we are faster, so that's good, but we're doing actually nothing. So that's bad. Toxic. Miss. Oh, okay, that's not great, but not that bad either. Because, yeah, I set this up so that... I wish I had Rocks up before I did this, because it looks like Jellison really messes up his team if I can get through Crobat and, maybe Klefki. Because, really Crobat, because Crobat kind of looks like the only thing that can stop this thing if it gets a boost up. We're going to taunt. We know it has leftovers. We're burning turns of Light Screen. Light Screen went up. He switched to Crobat. Crobat U-turned. Crobat taunted. Sorry. Light Screen went up. He switched to Crobat. Crobat taunted. Crobat U-turned. Heatran came in. Heatran Toxic. Yeah, okay, so it is Light Clay. Confirmed. So there's only 3 turns left of this stupid screen. He switches out, maybe Altaria. Yeah. Okay. He goes into Altaria. I get a taunt off. We're going to get a little bit of damage here. I don't have great answers to getting rid of this thing quickly. We are going to see who's faster. This might also tell me if my Tangrowth is faster. I could taunt again, but I think that makes a lot of sense. If he goes back into Crobat, I'll get taunted again, but I will get 2 Scalds off. And one of them will be outside of... No. They'll both... Yeah, one of them will be outside of... Whatever. So Scald comes out. We're going to do a little bit of damage. And by a little bit, I mean about as much as 1 burn. He's going to go for Hyper Voice. Now is when we need Curse Body. Okay, no Curse Bodies. But he is taking damage in his Altaria. Recover. Yeah, Jellison really messes this team up if I can just get through Taunt Crobat. I'm glad we've gotten a little bit of damage, but the burn on Crobat would have been big. Although he's got to give me another chance to burn him, which is nice. And also, he has to let me get Scald his Heatran a couple more times. Switches out. This is probably Crobat. No, it's Klefki. He wants more screens. Okay, so that's smart. He doesn't want me to attack without light screen. So he's probably going to go for light screen again because he needs to get through my Jellison. Could Scald here, but then he can start getting hazards up, so I don't think I want that. I think I'm just going to taunt. And then I think I'll taunt again next turn. I think the fact that this didn't toxic me the first time, or like the fact that it didn't come in, means it probably doesn't have toxic. It's probably got spikes, both screens. And spikes, both screens, and think. Light screen comes out, and probably like Dazzling Gleam for Conkeldurr maybe. If I had Stealth Rocks up right now, this game would be totally different because all of his switching would be like way worse for him. Although like I'm trying to save setting up Stealth Rocks until after I get rid of the Crobat because that's his only defogger, because I might be able to position this correctly again, especially versus Heatran. Like if I get Jellison in versus Heatran, and even versus Altaria, I can come in relatively safely and recover, and eventually just wait for the Cursed Body. So I don't need. I think I might get another chance to do this setup again, but yeah, if Scald could burn, that'd be cool because like I think he's probably switching out here. It could go into Altaria if he wanted, but yeah, he's definitely getting chipped down a little bit. He's saving a Azumarill. Switches out, so this might be Crobat. He goes into Crobat, so that's good because although he does get Crobat in for free, he doesn't get to taunt me, which means now that he can't, like, basically get a free Scald this turn. And that either gives me the chance to burn something or it gives me the chance to hit more damage on the Altaria, because I am chipping down the Altaria. And I'm burning turns of his stupid light screen, which is nice. If I could have gotten the burn on the Crobat the first time, that would have been really nice, but that's okay. Might have another opportunity to do it. Because this Crobat can't taunt me now, so yeah. If he goes into Klefki, and I basically just need a burn on some stuff, because as you can see, Jellison at the moment is kind of holding even. Like in the first couple turns, what we did is we got some damage on the Altaria. No, like we got a little bit of damage on Heatran, but okay, 6 damage. Okay, I hope I have Cursed Body and not Water Absorb. If for some reason I have Water Absorb, this game changes completely. I don't know why I would have Water Absorb, I should have checked. But yeah, basically, like, it's been 15 minutes and he hasn't actually done anything to my Jellison to forget one Toxic off, but I haven't really done anything either, thanks to how bulky the light screen makes him. Goes back into Heatran, and do some big damage. We can expect Stealth Rocks probably, and maybe Flash Cannon and a Fire move. Big damage. Yeah, this isn't doing a ton of damage. Although, frankly, this does put it into range of Earthquake from Tangrowth, so that's actually kind of cool. Let's make sure I have the right ability. Cursed Body. Okay, so it just hasn't activated. That's fine. We're just going to taunt here. He doesn't really have anything he wants to bring in. Yeah, no need to play risky. Yeah, he just goes for Toxic. Now he can't do that anymore. He'll probably go into Crobat here, so let me just think about what I want to do. How many turns of Light Screen do I have left? 4 turns of Light Screen. Because I could taunt again, but I could also just... I think I'm just going to Scald. I think it's likely he goes back into his Crobat here. Yeah, like, I knew that was coming, but the thing is, as you can see, I wasn't really gaining anything from that. So basically now I'm going to try and burn the Crobat. I just need one burn, come on. I just need one. Alright, I'm going to go for another Scald. And I do have Aromatherapy on my, maybe I should have taunted. I do have Aromatherapy on my, Florist, so, like, long story short, I do have a chance to, I need this Crobat gone. I do have, even if I get poisoned, I do have a chance to heal it at some point, or I might have a chance to heal it at some point. He goes for Taunt, which is expected. I really just need this burn. This is my 3rd Scald in this thing, but that's the Gambler's Fallacy. It's 30% to burn. Please? That's a hard artichoke. And how many turns of, whatever we have, do we have left? Oops, wrong one. 2 out of 8. Okay, so he's got 2 turns left. I don't really see the point of switching out because he's going to U-turn here. So I'm just going to Scald. This should be Heatran. Could Scald twice more. Because I do have the thing that heals Toxic. I could also go into Conk, because I do have Guts Flame Orb. And just launch a Facade, because that's going to do a ton of damage to anything. Because I don't know if I want to let Jellison get poisoned just yet. Yeah, it is Heatran, so he's taking more damage. I'm not really doing anything with Scald. And I guess even if I were to outweight the turns, because I didn't get the burn on the Crobat, just trying to think. He's gonna go for a Toxic here, right? And it's his last turn of Light Screen. So I probably shouldn't let Jellison get poisoned. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go into Conk, because, let me think about this, but basically, like, it's better than taking a Fire move. And I do have Guts, and it doesn't even reveal my item. Plus, I don't think he'd let me get my Heatran, but I think I'm just gonna go into Conk here. If he goes for a Fire move, good for him, but I do also I also get a ton of damage. Like, even Mach Punch wouldn't be bad here. Although I don't really want to take a ton of damage on my Conk, but let's see. Toxic? Yeah, he goes for Toxic, and he connects, so that's not great, but actually, I think that's actually okay, because Toxic versus Burn, so Burn does... Oh, wait, no, I was thinking of regular Poison. Never mind. Okay. So we are badly poisoned on Conk now. However, he's out of his screens, and he doesn't have any switch-ins to either, like, if I choose the right move here, I get a lot of damage off on something. Like, Drain Punch does a ton of damage to most of his team, and so does Facade, so, I did overpredict a lot last time. However, I think what's worth noting is that, so this Entei's obviously got max HP. If he's max HP, and, oh wait, that's Entei. That's, Heatran 1. Facade actually doesn't do that much. It only does 33% if he's max HP. I'm gonna click it anyways. I can always Mach Punch next turn if I make a mistake. Maybe I should just Drain Punched. I don't know. That was a little risky. I like overpredicted a lot last time versus Gator, and it cost me a lot, especially with my Conk. So maybe that was a mistake. But yeah, I don't know. It's just that if he lets Heatran go down, he loses Jellison. So I feel like he doesn't want to let his Heatran go down. He doesn't necessarily lose to Jellison, like, but it gets a lot harder for him. Let's see. But then again, that's true for like a lot of his mons. It looks like at the moment. Like if he lets a lot of his mons go down, he loses to Jellison. Okay, switches out, thankfully. I was actually really scared about that. We haven't seen this yet. This might be a Azumarill. Cool. So we're going to go for Facade. It has the berry. Okay, cool. So it might be Belly Drum. It's probably Belly Drum. Yeah, Citrus Berry. So it can't Belly Drum anymore, so that's nice. Did a ton of damage to Azumarill there with Facade. I probably outspeed this thing, to be honest, but I don't know if I want to take the risk. I can just go into Tangrowth pretty safely and launch a Sludge Bomb, or an Earthquake, or Hidden Power. Yeah, I think going to just Tangrowth makes some sense, because I don't really want to lose my Conkeldurrs yet. We know his Heatran's bulky, so my Tangrowth probably can take a hit even after some prior damage. His Heatran might not be that bulky. I was doing about 20%, so maybe, I think actually if I recall correctly, it's about as much as like offensive Heatran. But we know he's not fast, so yeah. But anyway, I was a little worried. I really thought he was going to be Perish Song, Azumarill, Perish Trap, like Perish Song, Whirlpool, Protect, because otherwise he didn't really have good Entei switch-ins. But maybe he probably like has Scarf Flygon for that. But this does mean that now nothing can really switch easily into Entei except for I guess Altaria. I do have to watch out for Altaria. Yeah. Let's see if he goes for knockoff. That'd be the worst case. If he goes for knockoff, yeah, he makes the read. Should have stayed in. Does some damage. Gets my Assault Vest. Okay. So, I don't know if he'd save this thing. I also don't think he can do that much. So, I think I'm just going to lock into... He might go into Klefki is what I'm thinking. So, I kind of just want to go for an Earthquake. He can just go into Crobat, actually. So, maybe I want to switch. But who do I switch into? Crobat's not really an easy thing for me to get rid of. I kind of need Bronzong to beat Crobat. I don't really want to let him have momentum. But I don't necessarily want to overpredict either. So I think I'll go into Aronzong here. I really have to be careful with when I use Aronzong. Because I could just Sludge Bomb and go for that, but I think I'm gonna switch out. I don't think he knockoffs again. I think if anything he goes for Crobat. Or Klefki, potentially. Okay, switches out, so this should be Nat, I think. Okay, so it goes into Nat. Do I think he's gonna taunt or do I think he's gonna U-turn? I think he's gonna. I'm gonna make the read and say he taunts. That's not good. I just blew my Z move. Okay, that was bad. Dang it! That was bad. Oh, I just blew my Z move. That sucks. He might go into Klefki. That's pretty safe. The worst case would be he goes into Heatran. Alright, last time he had Crobat versus Heatran, he went into Heatran and I Earthquaked. So hopefully he goes into Klefki this time. But yeah, that didn't go very well. Frankly. That was smart of him, yeah, just to scout. That is keys though. So that's good at least. He does get the opportunity to set screens here, which is bad. We get a Shattered Psyche off, which is good. Yeah. Oops. Whoops! Yeah, that wasn't good. Rest in peace. At least this should be like 20%. 30 and he can't heal. So, you know what? That's okay. I'm okay with that. Klefki doesn't learn Taunt or anything, so I'm just gonna get my rocks up. I could use this opportunity to go back into Jellison and do what we've been doing. He could go for Spikes, though, which would be kind of annoying. I do have Florist at full health with the Citrus Berries, and his team doesn't have that much, like, an incredible amount of offense, so... He might have Magic Coat. No, if he had Magic Coat, I think he would have used... he might not have. Maybe I should have Gyro Balled. He might have Magic Coat. That wouldn't be bad on this set. Reflect Light Screen. I really thought he wanted to... Yeah, because he's probably... You know what? He probably has Stealth Rock and Heatran, so he probably doesn't have Magic Coat. Yeah, he goes for Reflect, so that's fine. We do have to deal with 8 turns of screens, which is obviously annoying, but we get our rocks up. And if he wants to... He doesn't have a spinner, so if he wants to defog, he's got to defog everything. We do have to get through 8 turns of screen, though. So my instinct is going to Jellison here. I think I'm going to do that. I could set Trick Room, but now that he got Reflect up, Conk isn't as threatening as it was. Goes for Spikes, actually, okay. So he's probably going to Light Screen here. Spikes is annoying for sure, but I do have Florist. But I just have to be careful with this. We did get Rocks up, which in my opinion is a fine trade. He'll probably go for a Light Screen here. Yep. We're going to taunt off, and then I could have just burnt that dang. Okay, oh, now he's taunted. So, do we want to Scald or do we want to Acid Armor? I think we probably want to Scald here. I really need the burn on this Crobat because that makes Jellison just so much more threatening. We know Flygon Scarf, so it's not as threatening as it could be. Crobat seems like the one answer to my Jellison, so if we can get a Scald off, he might not have Defog because we've seen Taunt and U-turn. He probably has Brave Bird. He might have Defog. He might also have Protect. Although I feel like Protect would have been okay if he had it, but yeah, this is also nice because oh, we've also seen 3 of Klefki's moves. I mean, those are what we assumed, but this is the Altaria. Takes Stealth Rock's damage. Okay, and now this is a little bit different because he is taking damage, and we do just outlast this thing, and it burns his turns of screens. So yeah, Acid Armor would have been better in hindsight, but I'm okay with Scald doing a little bit of damage. Altaria is now below 50%, and like I don't know what like at the end, I always end this encounter with like in a good position. I think Hyper Voice comes out. See how much this does. Put me at about 50%. Where's Curse Body? Where's Scald? I don't understand. I've used them so many times. This is actually nuts. Recover back to 205 or 204. I forget. It might be actually or 206. I mean, a heal 103 or 104. I think Recover rounds up, which is weird. Yeah, but as you can see, Altaria took a ton of damage here, and it didn't actually gain anything from it. Like, it put me at half health, but we'll do this forever, and eventually Curse Body will activate, probably. Or his Altaria will faint. One of the two. But we are wasting his turns of screens, which is important, I think. Would like to Acid Armor at some point, but again, because of his team, I do have a couple opportunities to bring Jellison in, I think. So if I could have just burnt the Crobat, this would be so different. But yeah, having Rocks up makes this feel a lot better because, like, basically, as you can see, Scald's not doing anything. And if I don't get burns off, then I'm not really doing a ton of damage. But I am forcing him like to dance around a little bit. If I could just get one Cursed Body. Well, no, I mean, I would like multiple Cursed Bodies, actually, if we're talking about it. But, okay, he goes back into Crobat. He's got to taunt me here. But he takes some damage. And now this is starting to add up, I think. I did lose my Assault Vest, which is actually pretty annoying. But he didn't get Rocks up, which is not annoying. I do have Rest on Entei, so I can heal a bit. Gonna go for a Scald here. He has a couple turns more of Reflect. 2 turns left to Reflect, which means that if he chooses to... He could just Brave Bird. I'm gonna Scald. Even if he Brave Birds, it's not that bad. I probably should have calced that. Defense investment. I think this is a bulky Crobat, probably. Yeah, if he doesn't have any investment, it only does like 50%. It doesn't even do 50%. I just need this burn. And he takes recoil and he takes Scald damage. Like, I just need this burn. Because if he taunts me, if he U-turns, he doesn't gain any ground. He's got a taunt or maybe defog. I don't think he wants to defog me, though. He would take full power Scald. I think if anything, he Brave Birds or he taunts. But Brave Bird means he's taking a lot of damage. Goes for taunt. Okay, just this once, let me burn. Can I burn this once, please? Fourth Scald into Crobat. Probably not going to burn. What is this? Okay, what do I want to do? Because he's going to U-turn here. What does he have to threaten Tangrowth? Wait, what does he have to threaten Tangrowth? Because he's going to U-turn, right? So I could go into Tangrowth here, and then I could just Earthquake. Because Reflect's about to be up. And if he goes into Altaria, I can Sludge Bomb. And if he goes into Crobat, he's taking more damage from Stealth Rock. So I think I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to go into Tangrowth. Take the U-turn. He might have Roost. That might be his last move. And that would be bad. Could have also gone to Bronzong, alternatively. Maybe Bronzong was... no, because I think he's going to U-turn this turn. No, but if he roosts, then I got 2 more opportunities to Scald, and then when he can't get Heatran in and taunt me, or like if he gets Heatran in and my taunt will run off, so then he'll be in bad position. So I think this turn he'll probably U-turn, take some spikes damage, U-turn. Okay, U-turn comes out. So now I don't think he has any great switches to Tangrowth. Maybe Fire Blast Flygon, but we do know it's max attack Adamant, so Crobat's getting chipped down. Azumarill's low. Altaria's low. Klefki's taking some damage at least. Could get some Earthquakes off against Klefki, even though in Reflect they're going to do like literally 15. But yeah. He is running out of screens as well. Which is nass. Why? I can't believe I can't burn this thing. And I can't get a Curse Body. The Curse Body hasn't mattered so far. It will eventually. I also need to make sure I don't let like Altaria get in and roost for free, because that would be bad. Yeah, that'd be super bad if he went roost Altaria, or if he roosted, like, because I worked really hard to get that thing low. I don't think Azumarill can heal itself. It probably has Knock Off, Aqua Jet, and Play Rough. Or something, yeah, something for Conk. He's still got Light Screen up. I forgot about that. So he might actually be able to live a Sludge Bomb. Let's see, Tangrowth. Pull Tangrowth in the calc. He actually goes into Flygon here. So I don't know exactly what he wants to do here. Reflect is gone. He could go for a Fire Blast. I don't think that's super likely. I think I'm just gonna go into Jellison here. We know he's Scarf. He could lock into Outrage, but then I'd get Bronzong in. And I don't think he'd Outrage versus Tangrowth either. So what's he gonna do? We know he doesn't have any. He might just be trying to threaten me out because everything else loses to. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Jellison. I think he's just trying to threaten me out with Fire Blast. I know he's Max Attack Adamant, but he could have it. Gotta be careful with Jellison because this is my win condition. Goes for U-turn, yeah, that's fine. Hopefully Curse Body doesn't activate. I don't even know if it can on U-turn. I think it does. Now it activates. Great. So I've revealed my ability, which is bad. This should be Crobat, I think, but... This stupid Crobat! I'm working so hard to get rid of it. It's gonna come in and frickin' roost on me. Which is actually bad. I need the burn on this thing. This is gonna go to time at this rate. Neither of us have K'd a Pokemon. I've gotten a lot of his Mons really low, but just not enough. Klefki's getting low. Both fairies are low. Heatran's eh. What else does he have? Crobat's not really. Crobat's low, but it'll roost next time it comes in, probably. What's the last one? Flygon. Flygon's high. I just need a little bit of damage. Just need a little bit of damage. Is he stalling me? He totally is. Oh, he knows. Alright, he's getting low. I think he roosts this turn. I'm pretty sure he roosts, so I'm going to taunt. He might not have roost, but he might. The other good thing is that now, because of the rocks and light screen running off, he might not be able to switch Heatran in anymore. Which would be nice. At the moment, like on Scalds, because of like the current health he's at. Goes for taunt, I get taunted. Whoops. Whoops! If I had scalded there, that would have been really nice. But I guess he knew that he did. He could have just done that. So light screen's now gone. So this is now a full power Scald. He might just Brave Bird, but I think with Brave Bird plus Scald, he'll be in range of. He goes for Roost. So he actually. I need this burn, yo! I really need this burn. This one's important. The other ones didn't matter that much, but this one actually matters. I super need this burn. Come on, Jellison. No more light screen. There we go. That changes things because now I can sit in front of this Crobat. Even when taunted. He might just be trying to use Crobat to beat me though. Could also go into Aronzong here. He could U-turn. Could U-turn. Should I go into Aronzong or should I Scald again? Scald again. And then I'll switch on the taunt. I'll probably go for Brave Bird here. Goes for U-turn actually, so that's good. Something's taking a full power Scald and Stealth Rocks, and my taunt's about to wear off. Good thing I didn't switch. I was thinking about it. Flygon? Azumarill? Jellison's doing a really good job, but I'm worried about the timer. Why stop taking so long? Gator! I'm trying to win this game, yo. I don't have that many sweepers, so I need you to like go down slowly but faster, you know? Dang it. Gator! Who's this? Keys? Wants another light screen, I guess? This would be a nice burn as well. This would be a super nice burn. Crit. No burns. He can't commit again. I'm almost out of Scalds. Isn't that nuts? I guess he's going to set screen here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now he's got another 8 turns of light screen. This is stupid. Doesn't really have any good switches aside from Crobat. Gonna Scald. I think he might just stay in. He doesn't want me to get his catch his Crobat in a switch because then he can't roost with taunt. Switches out, so he actually doesn't care. That was risky. If I taunted there, he would have just lost, I think. Yeah, if I taunted there, he would have been in a really bad position. Okay, I'm gonna switch here. I think it's likely he roosts or taunts. And neither of those is that bad. We've seen all 4 of his moves. Goes for roost. Okay, so now he can't taunt me. Might go into Klefki here. I think I'm gonna go for Trick Room. He might taunt, but that's okay. Really worried about this timer. Oh, what are you gonna do? Goes for U-turn, okay. Klefki. Heat-turn would be kind of bad, but other than that, everything else is kind of fine. I think. I don't want to reveal my last move, being Gyro Ball, because I really hope he goes into Klefki here and sacks it off. If I were him, because he doesn't know if he really does want to catch an Earthquake. I think, and he might live a Psychic as well, so then he could hit that way. He could set up another layer or whatever. He could set it Reflect if he wanted. Let's see, though. He's no timer. Don't let this go to timer. I didn't think that, like, I knew it was going to be timer was going to be a problem, but I didn't think it was going to be this, like, I didn't think it would be 40 minutes into no Pokemon KO'd. Okay, that's a Azumarill? Okay, it goes into a Azumarill. Okay. Take some damage. We get Trick Room up. So he's planning to sack off a Azumarill here. I can just KO it with Gyro Ball, but that reveals my last move. So what are my options? How much is Psychic? Psychic's not going to KO this thing. I really would like to get Conkeldurr in as the thing. If I KO with Gyro Ball, how much health does my Conkeldurr have? He's got 169. Let's say you're 169 out of 100. Okay. I think I'm just going to KO it and then go into Conk. This might not even KO, to be honest. Conk lives a Flamethrower, even from max special attack Heatran, so that's why I'm doing this. This might KO. This should KO. Okay, we get rid of the Azumarill, so we are up a Mon, finally. It only took 40 minutes to get 1 KO. We did unfortunately have to reveal our last move, so now he knows he can go into Heatran for free. And I always live a Flamethrower after 1 layer of spikes and Turnip Poison. So I'm just gonna do that. Does he still have a screen up? Okay, he's got 3 turns to late screen. So I'm gonna go into Conk here. I think he might just go for a... He might expect my Jellison to come in, or he might expect something else, but even if he goes for Flamethrower, it's not that bad. And actually, now he doesn't have things that really want to switch into Heatran. Although, Conkeldurr. We only get 2 turns in Trick Room, but we do threaten a lot of damage at the moment. Like, he can go into Crobat, but then nothing wants to take a Facade. Because, like, actually now Facade KOs everything on his team, except for Heatran, who dies to Drain Punch. Heatran is leftovers too, so we know it's not Shuka. So we know that it's probably in range of, it's definitely in range of Stomping Tantrum from Entei. So Entei is also looking kind of good here. I did forget about Flygon for a moment there, though. He's definitely taking me to timer. Oh, Gator, stop it. Please stop it. I need to win regularly. I need more KOs, dude. Alright, no touch. I calc for Flamethrower, so let's see. Is he Flamethrowing or is he Toxicking? He goes for Rocks. I thought he might. Okay. So that's going to punish my switching a little bit more, but I do... Now's my push for offense, basically. I've got 2 turns in Trick Room with Conk. I don't think he can afford Protect, because... if he doesn't have Protect, he doesn't have anything for Florgus, so I can just defog away the stuff on Florgus. Let's think about this. I don't think there's that many better options. I expect Altaria to go down to Guts Boosted Drain Punch. He doesn't have a screen up. I'm going to go for Drain Punch. I don't need to overpredict. I get some health back from this. Depending on what he goes into. The worst case is Crobat. It takes Stealth Rock. It takes... Drain Punch isn't going to do a ton because it 4 times resists it, but then it's like then I can just KO anything with Facade. Klefki's in Mach Punch range. Altaria's might actually not... Probably not in Mach Punch range. But I can at least force it to not roost on me because I could actually just Facade in front of it and then go into something faster like Entei. And get Entei into position. Entei's looking really good here except for the Flygon. Entei kind of beats a lot of these Mons. Because Crobat's now burned. The other 2 are low HP. He turns out low HP, so it's really just this Flygon. If Flygon goes down, Entei wins. Although now Entei's taking a ton of damage, so because of the rocks and the spike, but yeah. If I can get a KO this turn, that would be really good. I think he might just go into Altaria, maybe. Or Crobat would be good, but I don't think he can risk Crobat. He might sack off Heatran. No, he can't sack off Heatran, because if he sacks off Heatran, he just loses to Jellison. So I don't know what he's going to... Oh, he does have Crobat, though. Crobat kind of beats Jellison. Like, yeah, I guess Crobat beats Jellison. Though it has to be careful. Although, actually, so Crobat doesn't beat Jellison because it can taunt... Like, it taunts... Oh, wait, no, I'm not taunting it. Never mind. Because if I was taunting it, then Brave Bird would get disabled, and then he'd be forced to U-turn. Yeah. But anyway. To Gator, go faster, please. 2 turns of Trick Room left. He switches out, so something's taking a Drain Punch. The worst case would be Nat. Flygon? He needs this for Entei, I think. I'm not sure about this play. And I get a lot of health back. That might have been a crit. That was a lot of damage. Okay, Conkeldurr? You okay there, bud? 2 of his Mons are in Mach Punch range? Heatran and Klefki? Is Altaria in Mach Punch range? Altaria. He's probably max HP, yep. Mach Punch does 20%. We still have a turn of Trick Room left. We still get a Facade off on something. On anything he goes into except for... Klefki, we go Mach Punch, or we go Facade, depending on what we're feeling. He goes back into Heatran. Maybe he's trying to play a mind game and get me to go for Facade, but... I think I'm just going to Drain Punch again, or maybe he's just trying to sack off Heatran. Just going to Drain Punch because he's in Mach Punch range anyway. Because he's going to Crobat, but doesn't really gain him anything because he's burnt. Just going to Drain Punch. That was risky. Who's this? Klefki? Okay, goes down. Klefki goes down. He's kept the Mons that can beat Jellison, which is smart. No, let's see how much health Altaria has left. I wonder why he did that, because he could have gone into Klefki anyways, and then not taken the rocks damage. Mach Punch is like 20%, yeah, 18%. He's not in range. However, I could actually trade here. I could say, okay, you're gonna take my Conk, and in return, I'm gonna get my Jellison in. I do die to a Hyper Voice for sure. So the question is, does he roost here or does he hyper voice? And do I need conk, basically, is kind of the question. Like, if conk goes down here and I go into Jellison, then I taunt, and then I recover. And then he's really low. He might just go... I honestly think he might just go for the hyper voice. I'm going to facade. I don't want to let him get roost off. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I would have preferred not to go down there, obviously, but... That's okay. I should have switched, maybe. I don't know. Going to go into Jellison and get a taunt off, and then recover. I might be in range of a hyper voice, actually, so I didn't actually think about that. I guess let's recover now. Yeah, I guess I'll just recover now. Crobat's a problem. Letting Conk go down was obviously not super smart. I just didn't want to let him roost. And this turn I don't think he'll roost because I think he knows I want to taunt. That sucks. Okay, that really sucks. Alright, I messed up. That's okay. If I taunted it, that would have been really good, but he knew that I wanted to recover. So now that was really good for him, because now basically his Altaria is out of range now. However, it's not that bad in my opinion. Because now we're the one with all the momentum, I think. Like, I think he's got to try and break our Jellison, not the other way around. We're gonna go for taunt. Don't want him to roost again. Goes for hyper voice. Disable. Now, I need curse body for this. For this encounter. Are you kidding me? Do I want to taunt again or do I want to recover? I'm gonna taunt again. I'm gonna call him going into Crobat. That wasn't good. I need curse body. There we go. Okay, now he's gonna switch, but now I can't do anything about it. Now I'm gonna recover. Yeah, I was stupid. I was super stupid. Oops. Well, Crobat can't really do anything to Jellison, which is the good news, but the bad news is I don't like my position. I would have rather had this thing and taunted. Even if he roosts here, it's like, I don't know. Just gonna Scald. Goes for taunt, takes a Scald, probably gonna roost. The thing is, if he roosts, then he has to stay in with Crobat for a few more turns. And if he stays in with Crobat, I guess he can just keep taunting or roosting. Doesn't do that much damage. Gonna Scald again. Probably gonna roost here because he needs to roost. Yeah, he goes for roost. I go for Scald. This is unfortunate. There might be a better way to do this. Because I can go into Bronze Lung if I want. Or Entei. That's a crit. He's gonna roost here. And then I'll Scald, and then he'll taunt, and then I'll Scald, and it's just we're not getting out of this one. So I need to switch eventually. Could actually go into Entei. Gonna Scald again, and then go Entei on the taunt. How much health is my Entei gonna have left? He's got Stealth Rock. This is Crobat. Okay, we're gonna switch to Entei. We got 100. We're gonna have about 25% left. We live that, so yeah. Taking a lot of damage, spikes and Stealth Rock. Yeah, about a little less than 25%. We got pressure! Taunt comes out, that's fine. Can't switch Entei in again, but if I just had him a little bit lower, he'd be in Sacred Fire range. Now, Entei beats almost everything, except for the I guess the Altaria might not be low enough, but that's okay. I hadn't thought about the Altaria, actually. That's bad. Whoops. Whoops. I forgot the Altaria wasn't low enough. Goes for U-turn, that sucks. Yeah, Altaria's gonna heal up. Unfortunately. That was a mistake on my part. Totally forgot about that. If we were going to Heatran, that would be awesome, but I don't see why he would. Yeah. If I just had Iron Head. So he takes damage from Stealth Rock. He takes a little bit from Sacred Fire. That didn't do a trivial amount, actually. It's the same power as Stomping Tantrum, so I can't actually do anything about this. I'm taunted too, so I can't even rest. What I could do is go for Stomping Tantrum here, and then rest as he roosts, and then get Florist. This isn't going to be enough, unfortunately, because I took off all the attack investment in my Entei last second. Yeah, unfortunately. That's super unfortunate. Oh well. Oh yeah, I needed this thing to be lower. I'm going to rest. In the long run, I'm obviously going to win this, but we're going to run out of time first, I think. He goes for another roost. Kind of want to go into Florist, but kind of want to take spend a turn of sleep. We do have pressure, which is nice. Florist versus, let's see, Florist versus Mega Altaria, modest. Hyper Voice doesn't do very much. Yeah, I'll just go into Florist. Flurg. Spikes and Stealth Rock. Hyper Voice. Yep. Did a lot. Should I defog? Or should I Synthesis? He can always just go back into Heatran and get his things up again. His hazards up again. I could wake up my Entei. That might be not bad. Could also just Synthesis. Defog. The Crobat. Oh, it's actually Heatran. Okay. Just gonna get his rocks back up. I don't know, man. This is tough. I mean, I guess I'll go Jellison here, right? But now, oh man, I guess I kind of messed this up a little bit. Yeah, I'll go Jellison. Hits me with Toxic, which is actually fine. Because at this point we're just going to time. Yeah, I don't think I can get another KO here. I could Scald if I wanted. Don't really see what that does for me. Just gonna taunt. Maybe I should have kept the hazards up. I'm so close to just beating this whole team, but yeah, it's fine. Nanachi comes in. Hang on a second. How much is Bronzong taking? 70%. Don't have any hazards left. Bronzong takes 35 at most, plus 94. $129. Bronzong actually always lives Hyper Voice plus Fire Blast. So I'm going to go into Bronzong. I think in the worst case, if I get this wrong, I can still stall for enough time to win the game on timer. $136 down to 105. Fire Blast max damage. 96. Gyro Ball doesn't do too much damage though. We can go for it anyways. He might have Cotton Guard. Switches out, that should be Heatran. Yeah. That was smart on his part. Couldn't really do anything about that. And maybe I should have kept my rocks up. But I think at this point, like, I need to make sure whatever comes in lives an attack. So I think we should take him timer at this point. Like, I don't know. Like, I think in the long run I would have had this, but the timer made me play in a way that was not ideal. You know, like just the fact that we I broke through a lot of his main core, but then I just kind of, I guess I should have saved Heatran. But yeah, I'll just go into Entei here. He can't KO me no matter what he does. Yeah, I shouldn't have let the Altaria heal up. I kind of lost focus in the middle, but yeah, there's not enough time left for him to get another KO. So yeah, again, I think in the long run this would have been mine. I literally just had to get Entei in the right position, and this was over. Or get a little bit more damage onto the Altaria, or you know, I don't know. I think there was a couple of ways in which this would have, like, in the long run I would have been fine, but I ran out of time. So yeah, that's the game. He can't touch Entei actually, regardless of what he does. Yeah, let's go into Entei. So this should count as a 2-0 win, I think. I did have aromatherapy on Florist, which at some point I'm sure I would have been able to get into position for. Yeah. But unfortunately did not have the time. So I'm so proud of this. We beat Gator. As long as my calculations are correct, should beat Gator. Yeah, but yeah, weren't able to. It's only a 2-0 because of the way differential works. But a win's a win. We still have a chance at playoffs. It depends a lot on. Yeah, it depends a lot on how the other games go. I would have liked a bigger differential win. I would have liked a win that wasn't on timer, but we'll take it. You know, we take those. Conkeldurr was a monster. Conkeldurr did really well. Shout out to Conkeldurr. But yeah, that'll be the game, I think. So yeah, I hope Gator's not upset, but I think it's pretty clear. Like, we had a couple, like I slow played these last few turns, but like he wasn't getting through Entei anytime soon. You know, I can actually attack here just to show up, just in case he has Shuka Berry. Yeah, like, and that's just in case he has Earth Power. I mean, goes for Stealth Rock. Yeah, like this wasn't ending anytime soon. I should have kept Iron Head. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah. But I'm okay. I'm happy with this. I'll take a win. You know, even though it's only 2-0 or kind of like it's only +2 differential. I'll take it. You know, we'll take it. Not what I wanted. I feel like I definitely have the resources, especially once Conk took 2 KOs. Like, I think in that position, I should have just brought in Jellison. Like, there was no need to. It didn't matter if he roosted because he roosted anyways. You know, so Like, if I'd saved Conk there, I think I could have actually won this game rather than just, like, choked him out. But we'll take it. We'll take it, we'll take it, we'll take it. We're 6 wins, 5 losses with a +5 differential, I believe. So it's not over yet. It depends. Like, there's a couple things that need to happen this week, but yeah. We're still technically have a shot at maybe making playoffs. So it's going to depend a lot on the other matches this week and on a match in the last week, but and on also our match in the last week. We have to win the next week as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. I super appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed, even though this is a little slower of a game, but I appreciate it. If you like this video, please make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you next time for the last week of the GBA. Peace.